Hello, I'm here on Chess variant
Ready.
to play some Seirawan Chess. Now I'm going to play the engine at a really weak level just so I can not lose and explain what's going on. I've been trying to play it at a sort of slightly strong setting and just like failing every time. So the whole point of this variant is that you can introduce new pieces, two new pieces, right? So you've got the bishop knight hybrid and the bishop rook hybrid. So I can develop my bishop and keep b2 defended because this moves like a bishop, and if the queen takes, then black will lose the queen. Okay, so there's the pin here. Now I could do this, which not only breaks the pin, but this defends e4 like a knight, so I'm going to go ahead and do this. And now the queen defends the rook, so I can push b4. Okay. Trying to control these dark squares here. Okay, so the engine is at level 1, so it's not playing the most fantastic game. So I've got like a slight positional edge, it would seem. And now you can also drop the new pieces when you castle too. I could have dropped this at h1 as well. Alright, so I'm forced to take here. I should pick up this pawn. Okay, so now it seems as if I'm losing the rook, but I can block with the bishop. This moves like a knight. These are very versatile pieces. Now, so this is headed for c4. I might just let that happen and then try and oust. Okay, so I've won a huge exchange here because the archbishop is probably worth about 7, and then the knight rook, the chancellor, is probably worth about 8. So I should be on my way to a simple win here. Pinning this knight, get this piece involved. Just trade off.
Check.
Pinning this. So
Check.
this is a fork. The engine's pretty busted here. Promote to an archbishop. These are they can give checkmate back themselves sometimes.
Check. Victory.
Alright, let's play another one. If this is too easy, I'll move it up to level 2.
Ready.
So the cool thing about this variant is that it retains the basic core of normal standard chess. So we've got a Sicilian here. Okay, and the engine is... I don't think this is a fantastic move, but often what I'll do in a Sicilian is play the knight and then drop this here, so I get extra coverage of the dark squares. I could chase down this queen, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to keep developing. Now I could probably win this archbishop for 2 minors, and I think that would be worth it. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to just keep developing. Now this I think is probably worth doing. Oh, hang on, no, that's just a blunder. All right, so
Check.
2 minors for a major, so it's okay. Playing f6 bughouse style. Okay, so I can't really play knight, not knight. You want to call it a knight, but it's an archbishop. Archbishop c6 runs into bishop b5. So I'll put in a6 first. Now I can... Maybe I push. Okay. Now G7 is looking a bit soft, but okay, this is actually more of a defensive move because I'm threatening a discovered attack. Maybe F5 discovered. Maybe I just play like this. Okay, I think I'm winning now. Just pin this. Attack the pinned piece. This is also a discovered attack on the queen. So I got the queen. Now I think this just to force off. Okay, so now I have a major piece and my opponent does not. So that's pretty straightforward. The engine is not defending particularly well. Oh, hang on. I've got to win this all over again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm a couple of pawns up, but the bishops are the same color. So that sucks. Okay, let's go after this pawn.
Check, check, check.
Better not take this. Let's get the king in. Actually, I don't even think this is theoretically winning for me because I'm sure the engine will screw it up if I don't screw it up. Okay. Now I want to trade off these bishops, so if I go okay, now I should just win. Oh my gosh. it's hard to talk and to play as well. I think I lose this now because
Check.
the engine is yeah,
Check.
the engine is just like kind of stupid, but I mean it's designed to be stupid so we can have instructive games for level 1.
Check, 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 check. Victory.
I want to play another one, but maybe more of a high quality game. So I might say a bit less, so I can focus here. It would be good if we could get a Roy Lopez. Okay, so a Roy Lopez, but well, okay, it's not a Roy Lopez yet, but it's defended this pawn and also dropped the Chancellor b8. Okay, I'm gonna do like this and drop this. So if I take this, okay, all right, this is cool. The idea of the Roy Lopez, right, is that we maintain long-term pressure on e5 because you can't win it immediately, even in standard chess, because there's like queen g5, queen d4 stuff if you try. But this idea here is that you defend this captures like knight, so it will defend e5 if I try and win it right away. So let's just maybe now b5 is going to make a lot more sense with this here. Maybe h3 to break the pin. I'm kind of like playing, you know, moves you would expect to see in the Roy Lopez. Okay, this didn't really make sense, did it? Castle, put this here. I kind of want to bust open the center at this stage, so I'm going to go knight g5. let's do this. Okay, that's like tantamount to
Check.
resignation, really, from the end.
Check.
So I should promote this pretty simply and win.
Check. Check.
I can pin this. And
Check.
it shouldn't be too hard. But I said that the last time and it was kind of bad. Right.
Check.
Cut down the engine's counterplay.
Check. Check.
I mean, you're probably not watching this to watch me convert a chess position badly, but just for the sake of completion, I'll do this. That would be a funny trap, wouldn't it? I would stalemate. No, it's not stalemate because it can capture here.
Check. Check. Victory. Check.
Maybe I'll make it a little bit harder for myself. Put it on level 2.
Ready.
Okay, so it's gone with like a Philidor, so we'll see what happens. Bishop c4 is what you would expect. Let's try and pressure e5 here. Okay, so b5, but there's a chancellor behind it. So, okay. I don't think that this can be taken because
Victory.
checkmate.
Check.
So that's kind of the thing I've been wanting to film, right? So the engine let me spring a trap on it. So this was checkmate because as I moved queen d8, I dropped this in support. So this is a nice one. Let's play. I guess so I mean this idea is like not unplayable, I imagine. Well, maybe at the highest level it is. But like, you know, of course, what on earth is queen f6? Well, it's almost like the engine wanted to help me find an instructive trap. But let's continue here. I mean, I think I've almost said everything I wanted to say about this variant, so I'll probably wrap up shortly anyway.
Check.
But, you know, variants that are chessy, but also okay, the engine's not playing in the most accurate way, maybe.
Check. 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 Check.
That made sense.
Check.
Just cuts down the engine's counterplay entirely. So there you go. It's
check,
wouldn't it be funny if I made it myself? That's chess, right? Like the idea is that
check,
it's chess,
check,
but there's a way to make it more complex without.
check, victory, check,
I guess for the sake of understanding the context and why that's such a clever idea. Like we look at Capablanca chess, which is like crude in comparison, right? You just make the board bigger, and then you add more pieces, and they're all just kind of there.
ready,
And like this is kind of it's a bit messy, and also like this setup has its problems too. For instance, this pawn hangs, and it's okay, but it's like you shouldn't have an undefended pawn, right? It doesn't make any sense. Actually, this is hang on, maybe we will, I guess. I think this is the way to win material like that. Like that shouldn't really define the a chess game. Like this sort of trappy stuff. It makes it kind of maybe too tactical and not positional enough. So that's Capablanca chess, right? It's all the same pieces, but and then also there's Grand chess too. And this one is even crazier because it's just 10 by 10.
ready,
And the pawns start on the third rank, and then there's some other stuff to know about it too. I won't play a game here. So Seirawan's, I think, neat idea is that you don't. Okay, you have to buy 2 extra pieces maybe, but then there's a lot more continuity with chess. Let's see what happens if we try and play a Dutch stonewall. Covering the weak f2 square. So I'm going after e4 pretty hard here. I think the engine has actually just conceded that it can't defend. Although of course it didn't handle it in the best way. Alright, maybe here's what I'll do.
you lose.
Just to wrap up, I'll play a game against the engine at a much stronger level, and you can watch me lose.
Ready.
So of course you don't have to drop anything, and I'm kind of keeping my cards close to my chest here as to what I'm going to draw. So it's getting quite busy with this piece. I'm not sure how good this is. Okay, so I'm up a pawn. Trying to control the center a bit. Maybe this wasn't the right way. Maybe I'll try and get castle to the side. Okay, so I got tricked here. I missed this. I think that in order to keep
check.
Okay, it's not taking the queen. It's just rather than take this would be an imbalance, but like it just takes a free pawn, makes its life easier. Oh, I just blundered the queen because the rook doesn't. All right, that wasn't.
You lose.
Let's see if I do any better with white here.
Ready.
Okay, so we've got a Scandinavian defense. I'm not even sure. It seems to work out badly there. when white takes this pawn, like black gets really active really quickly. So let's just do it just to see. Trying to put my ego on hold here, not mind losing so much. Just so I can demonstrate what this variant is about. Okay, so it wants to trade archbishops. I'm going to develop. So this kind of, force the engine to move twice. Maybe I can gain more time. Maybe I don't want to commit to b4 just yet. Let's play this move. Okay, that makes some sense. Going after b2. A bit awkward to defend, actually. I'm just going to come back. Not sure what the best way to retake is. So we've traded down a bit. Not sure what my plan is supposed to be. There isn't really a discovered attack on the on this one. Okay, so now it's just a chess game in which I'm pretty much losing. I don't really have enough counterplay. I don't really have compensation for all these pawns. Try and keep the pieces on. Yeah, there's just nothing here for me. Okay. Yeah, I can't even make this a trade because it just takes and it's a rook up now. So
check.
that's a nice one.
You lose. Ready.
But yeah, I think that to predict the next innovation is just to make it. So it's not really possible to say like whether this variant will ever get anywhere with chess players. It would be nice if it did, because it's a pretty clever idea. I mean, I'm at the stage where I want to see chess superseded by pretty much anything, just because the draw death, essentially, and you have draws in other games that when it's a draw, it's pretty rare, it's pretty newsworthy, and it's not a draw because the games are drawn for different reasons. I'm struggling here.
Check.
Okay, I'm actually just made it. This is bad. Checkmate in one.
Check. You lose.
Archbishops are powerful.
Ready.
Let's try and get active here. So I can't really take this pawn because if queen takes, he can drop the chancellor on d8, so I will lose. I have to do this. I can gambit a pawn here. Well, that didn't really get me anywhere, did it? Okay. I don't think I've ever beaten this at level 6. I've beaten... there's a Crazy House version of this game that you can play on this site. And part of the reason I'm making this video is so you can see this website.
Check.
So now I'm just falling for basic stuff because I'm
You
running my mouth
lose.
and not focusing, but you should try
Ready.
out Pi Chess. Okay, so let's do d4, d5 and see what happens. Okay, this doesn't... I don't think this is how it should be played, even though it will still probably win. And the only... Oh, I can defend e6 like this. I can also blunder pieces. Okay, I blundered my queen. Alright.
You lose.
Let's see what happens if
Ready.
I go d4. Maybe I want to make the engine stronger. Okay, let's see. Okay, we don't see a Caro-Kann here. Queen a5 and the archbishop is on d8. Okay. So this is here. So this it's almost like a Pert's defense. It's like, I think it's like a check variation of the Pert's. Okay, I think I've waited too long to get this piece into the game. Actually, so I'm gonna do that. I'm starting to miss my dark squared bishop here. Okay, so now I'm getting skewered. I think part of my problem is that this is chess. I'm more of a Crazy House player, so can always drop pieces. So you just don't. You just like subconsciously assume, well, if I can just drop a pawn there, right? So this is a problem because now I have to lose either the queen or the archbishop, and then I'll be down too much. So I think that like
You lose.
this it's enough to illustrate the game and why it's interesting. I think yeah, this was a difficult moment because maybe I retreat the knight. Maybe I go knight f3. and don't part with this dark square bishop. That just kind of killed me in the end. It was just, even if I, don't like, what I do, play h3 and weaken my archbishop f2 is the move, but it's still pretty hard for white. All right, one less game to close. I'm gonna play level 8 just so you can see what it looks like when it's like playing its strongest.
Ready.
Yeah, I kind of wanted it to take this pawn, so I'm not surprised I didn't. So we're getting pretty close to the part where I get killed, I guess.
Check.
There you have it. Okay. The engine really didn't do anything too crazy in the opening. Like, okay, it just outplayed me, as you would expect it to do. But I hope that it's much more, say, competitive and fun when you're playing a human. Because you both make the same kinds of mistakes, and you're both a little bit unfamiliar with the new pieces. And I've had lots of time to work with them. I guess the reason I'm playing so weirdly is because I'm talking and not focusing as much as I might. But it didn't play like c4, right? It played a very like modest looking c3, which I think is interesting. So maybe I'll wrap up the stream here, and I'll try and do more of these. There's a lot of cool stuff on this website, but I was trying to record a video that was like a survey of all the different games, but it was too much of a mindfuck, honestly, because going from all the different kinds of pieces and all the different games was a bit too much. So I've decided to focus, but I'll put out some different videos on some different variants. But really, there's nothing to stop any interested viewer from just wandering over to Pi Chess, and there's a how to play section, and everything is explained really. Although a lot of these games, it's hard to offer good advice for strategy because these games are not well explored, but it's very fruitful, and you should come and explore these variants. So thanks for watching if you made it this far.